Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Heather Stamper here, and today it's a Happier Heather episode. Now, one of the things that teachers need to do during their summertime off is to just disconnect, okay? And whether you had a good year or a crummy year, whatever the case might be, and I know a lot of my fellow teachers have had crummy years. So, disconnecting. Don't look at your emails. Don't read or do any professional development type stuff for a while. You're going to have to do it eventually, but meh, whatever. So I disconnected for a while, partly because I had to, because I had family things to take care of, and partly because I really, really needed to. So what did I do during that disconnection time? Well, I'll tell you, because that's kind of what this is about, isn't it? If you like my videos, please click like and subscribe and ding-a-ling the notification bell so that you can continue to see my content and know whenever I upload. So, one of the things that I did during my disconnect time is I tried something called somatic breath work. I have a cousin who is a technician or a practitioner, I should say, of somatic breath work. And it's very, very interesting. Basically, it's activating your parasympathetic system in your body to help release tension all through kind of like a meditation and breath control. You'll like breathe really fast for a little bit, and then you will slow down and breathe slowly, and it's and whatever feelings come up during that time, whatever tensions you're feeling in your body, you just kind of let it happen. And like I felt it in my shoulder a little bit, and I felt it like in my lower back and like in my hip, because you're laying down and I was laying on the floor. I had a mat underneath me, and it's like some people giggle, some people cry, some people kind of rock back and forth depending on what kind of tension they're holding in their body. And I have to say, I am glad I did not record myself doing somatic breath work, because I was a mess. Okay. But I'll put a link in the description for more information about somatic breath work. My cousin does live in-person workshops, and she also does online Zoom ones as well for people like myself who don't live in her area. So that was really good. And then I was able to touch base with her with texting and say, it's like ask any questions that I had afterwards. And yeah, it is like a workout. You need to make sure you drink lots of water and, rest afterwards, even though it seems like you're resting at the time. No, that it's work. You're releasing a ton of toxins. So if that's your jam, then go for it. Or if you're interested, again, click the link below. Also, I did some of the Conquerors challenges. Now, I think I may have mentioned this before. If I haven't, well, Conquerors challenges are these virtual races and walking motivation challenges that you have virtually on your phone, so that you can see where you're at, and you have like a little Google map thing. And this started more or less during the pandemic when we couldn't go anywhere, and it kind of gave people a little motivation to move their bodies and take like a virtual vacation when they couldn't go on a real one. So it's still going on strong. And I brought two of my medals here today so that you can see. Now, they have all sorts of different challenges. I chose to do mine for this year based off of national parks, because that's what we did during summer vacation. And so here, I'll bring it closely. This is the Rocky Mountains virtual challenge. I finished this one while we were on vacation, because we walked a whole lot. Now, I've actually been to the Rocky Mountains National Park. Look at the back. It's a wee backpack. Isn't it cute? Oh my gosh. We did like part of the driving, the tour, and it was amazing. So there were some of the places that I recognized in the little picture postcards they sent. What's great about the Conquerors Challenge is that for every 20% that you achieve in towards your goal, you can either plant a tree or save 10 water bottles from becoming plastic garbage in the oceans. So that's pretty cool. Now, another one that I have here. This is another one that I did this summer. Here is the Yosemite one. I haven't been to Yosemite. I think it would be pretty cool. I also did Yellowstone, but I just grabbed 2 on my way out. And what's really neat is since Yosemite National Park was one of the first, got a lot of information about Teddy Roosevelt. And on the inside, see, some of these you can take apart, and it has really cool things. Like it has information about Ansel Adams, the American painter, and about how he did some of his artwork. And he even had one of the mountains in Yosemite named after him because of his artwork. So that's pretty cool. Now, the mileage can range anywhere between 26 or 23 miles to thousands. I mean, you could do Route 66 and basically do like a virtual walk across the country if you felt so inclined. The Appalachian Trail, the Pacific Crest Trail, going up the western seaboard. So that's pretty cool. And they've got other challenges around the globe and even in fictional places. Like there's a major Lord of the Rings one that I may attempt eventually. The nice thing is you can either do all the work yourself or you can join a team, and everyone's mileage contributes to your ultimate goal, which is probably how you would want to go about doing the longer challenges. Otherwise, it could easily get discouraging if you are struggling to motivate yourself. But yeah, I really like it. You have it on your phone as an app, and you can set how long you think it will take you to do this challenge. I usually go for about 3 months, no matter what the mileage is, just in case. So far, I've been able to hit it every time, usually with time to spare. This time, I am doing the Grand Canyon, and basically, you are following the Colorado River through the canyon. And it's longer. It's probably my longest challenge I've done so far, over 200 miles, and it's proving to me what I'm capable of doing. We'll put it that way. So yeah, Conquerors Challenges. Okay, that's pretty cool. I really enjoy doing them. Another thing I did during my summer vacation was I worked on some arts and crafts things, and I put myself out there with one of the crafts that I've never really done before. I have attempted it as a child a long time ago, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to do this. And some of my friends in one of my Facebook groups did this last year, and they did cross stitch. So this is mine. I'll bring it closely. There you go. And some of the cross stitch ones had snarkier phrasing, and like political activism statements and things like that. So I decided to, put my toe in the water per se. If you couldn't read it, it says, "Find yourself and be that." And it has a cute little unicorn and a rainbow. It cost me all of $3 from the bargain bin at the local Michael's store. So I figured I didn't really have anything to lose and everything to gain. So I finished it just in time for my county fair. And I took it and I submitted it. And I got a participation ribbon for it, which that's all right. I didn't expect to get like first place or anything because it was my first one and I knew I had made a bunch of mistakes. But ta-da! It's my ribbon. Woo! That I on this date showed off my arts and craftness to the world. I did this in an open competition because I'm not a member of 4-H, and that's fine. What was really nice was that one, it was in a display case with a mixed bag of other things, so it wasn't like one cross stitch next to the other, and you could say, "Oh yeah, this one didn't do well because da 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 da." I did see the one that did win, and it was very impressive and gorgeous. It gave me ideas. But what I really liked was the comments they gave on the back of my card, my display card. So it gives some good constructive critique so that, I can do better for next year. And they said that it was a cute design. The stitching is done fairly well, but many loose threads. Design needs to be pulled more tightly, which, hey, man, it's my first try. I'll take it. I call that a success, okay? It's not easy to put yourself out there as much of a outgoing person as I seem on this channel. I'm actually a very introverted person. And so to be able to take something that I made and put it on display for other people to stare at and judge, that takes some courage. So if you're like me in that respect, give it a try, and I applaud you every step of the way. Also, we went to the movies for the first time, to the actual theater, first time since pre-pandemic. I know a lot of people have already been to the theater since the lockdown has lifted and, restrictions have lifted and things like that. But movies are expensive, okay? And a lot of the things you can get streaming now, so what's the point? We did the drive-in theater a couple of times because it was nice and open aired and felt relatively comfortable there. And I did take my students to the theater back when there were still restrictions, so everyone was masked, nobody was eating or drinking anything, which, where's the fun in that? So we went and saw Oppenheimer, and whoa, I have to tell you, that was an amazing experience. We saw it on the Imagine big screen, the IMAX pretty much, and you did not need 3D glasses for this. It was plenty in your face enough. So that was pretty cool to be able to go back, get a big old tub of popcorn and a giant drink, and because it was a 3-hour movie, you needed it, okay? And then take your potty breaks in between, So, yeah, those are some of the things that I did to disconnect, decompress this summer. What do you do when you're disconnecting? Do you have little projects you like to do? Do you meditate? Do you do whatever? Whatever you do, as long as it's helpful to you and not harming others, good for you. Put it in the comments below. I would love to hear about it. Might give me some ideas to try other things. So, again, if you like these types of videos, please click like, subscribe, ding-a-ling the notification bell, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.